Just imagine. Imagine if your boyfriend dumps you for your sister. Imagine if you get gossiped about every day. Imagine if your parents don't love you. Or imagine that you lose your promotion to a lazy coworker. That's how I feel. That gut-wrenching feeling. I cut myself because it takes away the pain of life. It dulls reality. I cut myself for every time I am bullied. For every time I am treated like an animal. And for every time I am gossiped about by my friends. I was at rock bottom. That next day, I went to a coffee shop in my school. I thought it would be just another day of being mistreated. When I got in line, there was a guy in front of me, and he was sorta cute. He had those dreamy eyes and hair. He ordered the exact same drink as me. I kinda thought he was the one. But would he talk to me? Who would look at me and see just me, not a cutter? My drink was called out and he thought that it was his too. We both reached out and I forgot to wear sleeves, revealing my fresh scars. He looked at me, not criticizing, but in a warm, loving way. He wanted to talk, but I was so confused. He talked to me and said that he used to cut too. We talked, laughed, and then he had to go. So he took his jacket and left, but he left something behind. It was a Bible. So I took it home with me and I felt like it was almost calling me to open it. At the same time, I pulled out my knife to cut again. I had to decide if I would answer this calling from God or if I would just cut myself again. I decided to go with the Bible, to go with something new. I opened it up and read Jeremiah 29:11. Then before I could go back and cut again, I just fell asleep. The next day I found him again at the coffee shop. I tried to give him his Bible back, but he just wouldn't accept it. He told me I needed it more than him. He also said, anytime you feel your pain and want to cut or hurt someone, just look at the Bible. I only said okay because he seemed so genuine about it. I went to lunch and a guy saw me and said, I don't want to sit next to that thing, and so I punched him. And then I remembered what that guy said, just look at the Bible. Next, some girls came up to me and called me a slut and said I was pregnant. All I did was remember the Bible, and all I was wondering was why I was only thinking of this all of a sudden. A guy came and asked me on a date, and I suddenly became overjoyed and happy. Then he laughed and said he would never go on a date with me. All I did was remember the Bible. You know, I don't know if I believe in this Jesus yet, or in his book, but I do believe in hope, the hope to overcome your challenges and fears. It can always save you. That is my story. From rise to risen.
day we met was like a heart attack. Everything you just said reminds me of the day you left with your blonde hair and blue eyes. Everything has never felt so right, and I still can't believe you fell for me. When you coming home, baby girl? When you gonna realize I miss you? When you coming back, baby girl? When you gonna realize that without you I'm not able to survive? We can't get caught up in what we could have been. Instead I'm stuck here in this hole I've fallen in. When you tell me we can't be stuck in reality, but it's where I wanna be. When you coming home, baby girl?